The Video Game Awards was an incredible time for Final Fantasy fans, as we got a brand new update on Final Fantasy XVI, including a release date, as well as the absolute best trailer that they've revealed so far. A trailer that contained the thing that I have been begging for this whole time, some actual gameplay. Now, it wasn't uncut gameplay quite like I was hoping for. We do have Clive moving around on screen and seeing a ton of combat. There is a lot of goodness in this trailer, and I hope you guys look forward to my full trailer analysis in the coming days. But we also got some other information, so you're gonna want to hit that subscribe button. This is the most dedicated channel to Final Fantasy XVI on all of YouTube, and you'll be getting all information on the game the moment it drops. First of all, starting with the skill tree. Many of you looking at this will find it reminiscent looking of the sphere grid. This is an icon-based system, with each icon having different bonuses and abilities that can be unlocked. Now, I'm by no means fluent in Japanese, but I can read most of what's on here. On the top of the main menu, we have World Map, Journal, Items, Status, Equipment, Abilities, and System. Also, if you don't like your build, it looks like you can reset your points by pressing on the touchpad to reset all, allowing you to respec Clive out entirely. This is probably a great idea, as it's going to allow you to experiment with everything in the game and continuously play around with things until you find the perfect build that you enjoy playing with. Like this ability here, which I believe would be called Lunge in English. This is activated while being on the ground and pressing X plus square. This will make Clive step forward with an explosive fiery lunge, which is an ability that I believe we've seen in a previous trailer. Again, my ability to read Japanese isn't fluent, and there will probably be official translations of this stuff coming out soon. However, I just wanted to pick apart the stuff that I did have confidence in reading and deliver it to you guys as soon as possible. Party members have been long confirmed in interviews. However, we hadn't really seen much party member gameplay up until this point. However, I can now confirm to you that we have at least 4 Warriors of Light. Naturally, there's Clive, but we'll also be joined by an adult Jill Warwick, a man previously seen in the Ambition trailer, who was revealed to be Rama's dominant. That man now has a name. Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you the Cid of Final Fantasy XVI, with his full name being Solidifies Telamon. Then he is no doubt a very handsome gentleman. Torgal, who starts the game out as merely a pup, is now a fully grown doggo. And Torgal is a very special type of party member called a buddy, and you're actually allowed to give direct commands to him. By pressing back on the D-pad, you're able to enter Torgal's menu. From there, you'll be able to press up, right, or down to issue Torgal commands. These commands include Sick, Heal, and Ravage. The way he works reminds me a lot of Atreus in God of War. Going back to Cid for a moment, we've learned quite a bit more about him, with him saying, quote, "One of these party members, Solidifies Telamon, known to his friends as Cid, is a soldier turned outlaw that strives to build a place where persecuted magic casters, bearers, and exploited dominants can die on their own terms. A man of science. He also conducts research into how one might live in the Deadlands, as he and his band of fellow heretics must. These are the lands that are drained of ether, and considering that ether is slowly being sucked dry from the planet, being caused by the so-called blight, his research will prove rather important." Continuing on, Cid is also a dominant, power of the icon Rama having awoken within him shortly after he landed on Valistian shores. No doubt it was this power that saw him rise to the ranks of the Royal Waluder army, where it would seem that he crossed paths with a certain Benedicta Harmon. It's very interesting that Cid is both a scientist and this sort of freedom fighter for these persecuted magic casters. It's also interesting that both him and Barnabas just washed ashore one day. There is definitely something going on there, and it seems that there's just so many mysteries that's going on with the lore behind the dominants, why they exist, and their true purpose, and how it's going to connect back to the so-called Fall of the Forebears, which was said to have started 1500 years ago. The lore of Final Fantasy XVI is one that is already layered. We have so many pieces of the puzzle, and yet so far it's still difficult to see the truly bigger picture. But what's been so exciting about watching watching this game is getting more pieces of the puzzle and realizing just how much depth and complexity that this world is really going to have, and it is so exciting. Shout out to patrons Mercedes and Tim Lewis and the rest of the Ultima community.